they must be identified by the project monitoring team. Then the list is given to us and we submit to the CBN to receive the funds. Farmers are given support in cash and in kind. The support is not at a go, it's trenched over 4 trenches, so to say. For example, at the time of land clearance, the time of planting, the time of weeding and harvesting, different support is given to the farmers.
How do you identify the farmers with genuine interest?
The farmers basically come from the state governments. Normally, the state government was in consultation with the Farmers Association, identify the list of farmers. That's one source. Another source is that there are specific anchors, the private anchors, the off-takers. They themselves identify who should be their farmers. They identify who are the outgrowers. And when they give this, we make sure that there are no duplications. We make sure that they have their bank verification numbers for purposes of identification, separating the farmers from non-farmers. And we are planning to go ahead to have the GPS location of the farm sizes, because many come and say they are farmers. We realize that they are just absentee farmers. So we try to identify not only their biometric information, but also, if you like, verify their land sizes so that we know the location of the farms. What we're trying to do at the moment is for those that have farms already, those that are already farmers. We're also trying to introduce schemes. For example, we are in consultation with several state governments to survey lands, give them titles so that the land could be leased out to graduates who want to engage in farming. We will give them not only the working capital, but also get the input providers who will be able to supply them with high quality seeds, agrochemicals that they will be able to use to produce whatever crops they have. So there is that scheme. We are also currently working with the National Youth Service Corps to identify graduate farmers that are planning to have a career in agriculture.
Is the Anchor Borrowers program restricted only to large-scale farmers?
No, the Anchor Borrow program is restricted to those farmers that already have farm lands at the moment of various sizes. We have 2 categories of farmers. We have the smallholder farmers between 1 to 5 hectares of land, and those that have 5 hectares and above. We call them the large-scale farmers.
Now let's look at the SME farmers now. What is being done to help this set of farmers to boost their capacity?
SME is a crucial component of an emerging economy like ours. BOA is more than 30% of its lending goes to the MSC sector. Of course, of recent, due to paucity of funds, we've not been able to cash back several of the excellent proposals that we have. And that is why we are looking forward to the efforts by the government to recapitalize the bank, because that will increase our lending resources to meet the various needs of MSME. At the moment, we have the Rural Business Initiative, which allows us to support micro enterprises in the rural areas to provide them with credit, training, as well as information that will help them to develop sustainable micro enterprises.
In the past, there have been cases where loan facilities are diverted. So what is being done now? What are you introducing to ensure that loan facilities gotten and credit schemes are not diverted for other uses?
I think I quoted some controversy when I first came back to home, when I suggested that loan diversion has been a significant component of why the relatively poor performance of the agricultural sector, because the relatively subsidized interest rate makes it possible to divert it to other sectors and make money without investing into agriculture. We are developing, if you like, new instruments. First of all, we don't give cash for the most part. We try to disburse in kind. Or with some component of the loan is in cash, but a large component, sometimes 3/4 of the loan will be in kind. 2, we try to also use technology to identify the location of the farmers. And 3, we try to ensure there is close monitoring of farmers so that the facility given to them are actually directed to where they should be. So all in all, we're trying to foster a new model based on experiences elsewhere, where you use a combination of cash as well as kind disbursement, but also we try to trench the disbursement. Instead of a single bullet disbursement, we try to stagger the disbursement. This way we are kind of monitoring closely where the funds are used for.
Recently, we got the news of the federal government's ban on the importation of rice. And what is the true position? What is the rationale behind government's position? Because some people are complaining that federal government has just ripped them of their legitimate business.
The federal government is trying to encourage domestic self-sufficiency in rice production. And I guess it is the right move. We have abundant land, we have unemployed labor, we have water facilities, and the climate is good. I think it's the right direction to try to produce domestically. We've been spending billions of naira on the importation of what essentially we'll be able to produce ourselves. And the target of achieving self-sufficiency in terms of domestic production of rice by 2018, I think is an achievable one, a laudable one at that. Thanks to the collapse in oil revenue.
Laudable, is that really achievable?
It is achievable.
You may also join in this conversation by sending us your comments on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Coming up on Question Time. Setting the record straight on the recapitalization of the Bank of Agriculture. Find out from the Managing Director of the Bank of Agriculture, Professor Danbala Danju. Join us again.